Dave's life moved pretty fast too. To give us a picture of that, I want to give us a snapshot of one of the days in Dave's life. Clint was huge in helping create this part. I hope you like it. The year was 1997, and Dave and his family lived in Wendover, Nevada, near the famous Bonneville Salt Flats, where racers shoot for land speed world records in their class. Dave, Clint, and Joe and the rest of the team were up all night getting the green Mini in top condition. The engine of that little Mini started out at 37 horsepower, but Dave somehow got 125 horsepower to the wheels. Unbelievable. Finally, it was time to take it out to the flats. Being on the salt, there was just something about it. The sun beating down made the salt blinding white. You could see 10 miles in every direction. And as they approached, they could see the commotion up ahead. This was a major event. 400 cars from all over the world and their teams waiting to get their chance on Bonneville. Every kind of people were there, every kind of car. Did I say car? More like science projects. Cars made from fuel drop tanks from World War II bombers. They look like a bomb. Fuel tanks attached to the wings, put it on axles, and make a race car out of it. All these different vehicles using 110 to 115 high-test speed racing octane that would run airplanes and blowers. Some are turbocharged, some are supercharged, and alcohol injected. Your eyes are burning from all the different fumes. That taste even gets in your mouth from nearby cars revving up. Finally came the time for Dave's run. Adrenaline is kicking in now. He starts the car. You can smell your own car now, even through the suit and the helmet. Smells like top-fuel dragster. And then you feel the temperature rise. It's 110 degrees. The heat becomes intense. You're sweating. Like being inside a CAT scan. There are loud noises. You hear people talking through electronics. You're in a tunnel looking through a tiny windshield. Everything narrows down. The smell, the feel, the vibration. The car is intensely revving. And by the time they tighten your seatbelt, you are part of the car. Now you're looking down the course at the one black stripe that you know, so you know what direction to go. When Dave was set to go, the spectators were all on the starting line. There is no grandstand. And when Dave took off, he took out of there like he was in a drag race. He left black marks on the salt flat. Over the PA, the announcer called out, "Those Crain boys went out and got themselves a slingshot." All of a sudden, our car was a drag star, and Dave was flat out gone down the course. It's hard to describe. When you're strapped into the seat and you're wearing a helmet, it's like being on a rifle range looking through your sight through a gas mask. There are heat mirages in the distance. It takes it to a whole nother level. And when you're out there, you're not racing anyone else. You're racing yourself in time. What could separate you from someone else's record might be as little as 1 mile per hour. There's not much shaking in the first mile. The sound seems to completely go away. You are peacefully alone now. The pits have melted away, and the excitement of the starting line is over now. The smells are over now. Everything is pulling away and melting off behind you. At 100 miles per hour, you can't even feel it. Everything is blinding white. You can't really feel your speed until you get to that 1 mile marker ahead. It's too small in the distance, then it's too big, then it's gone. Finally, you get a sense of how fast you're going. The 2nd mile marker comes by even faster. The course becomes damaged in this area by bigger cars that came before, and you feel everything. You can't see the ruts, everything is white, but you can feel it when you're in it. Feels like one of those cars at Disneyland when you have that metal bar in the road under you. You can't break free of the ruts. And when you do break free, then you have to watch out for sinkholes, slush, ruts, water, and brine. Your single focus is keeping the car true down the line. By the time you hit 2.5 mile mark, there's another large sign, and it's gone. At 2 3/4 mile, you know that you're coming into the traps, coming through the timing portion. You are breaking through the laser. Like the bottom of the hill of a Pinewood Derby race, all of a sudden you're passing a bunch of poles. The poles are spread out, but they are going so fast it looks like a picket fence. And you're coming through the traps, and they're flying by. You start slowing down, and by the time you've pulled off, you are 5 miles away from where you started, all in about 3 minutes. At that point, you take a long sweeping turn to head back. It takes more than 10 minutes to get back to the pit crew. And as you arrive, you see all the carnage out there from all the other drivers, wrecks, cars that have been on fire. Looks like a battle zone. Dave made 2 runs that day. His average for the day was 121.234 miles per hour, a new land speed record for a Mini Cooper, and he made it into the Mini World magazine. It wasn't long after that he got the red Mini to go 148 miles per hour. He was so excited. Yep, Dave lived at full throttle much of the time.